the 4-way test of the things we think, say and do. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi. Now may I request Rtn Sriraman to deliver the thought for the day.
Good evening, one and all. A small financial habits today, a wealthy tomorrow. Thank you. அதை பற்றி பேசுறதுக்கு தான் நம்ம சொக்கலிங்கம் சார் வந்திருக்கார். சொக்கலிங்கம் Palaniappan சார் will take it more on from him. Thank you.
Thank you. That was too short and sweet. Now may I request a president to deliver the welcome address.
அனைவருக்கும் எனது அன்பான வணக்கம். Welcoming all our Guindy members and annets and friends, and also welcoming our chief guest today, Chokkalingam Palaniappan sir. Sir, வந்து சிரிச்சிட்டு இருக்க smiling face sir. Many people will not get that actually. Super. And I would like to give some announcement. 30th we have a Rotary Club of Savita installation. I request all the members and board members to join on that. I'll send you the details on the WhatsApp. And 1st September, our district is celebrating Onam festival. It is in a mega event. Almost more than 3,000 people are participating from our district. So I request all the members to register on that. Already 40 plus members registered. Still we expect more. It is a gala event. So don't miss that event. You can taste all type of Kerala foods there. 3rd September Tuesday, we are planning the power project. Our guest has explained about that. And I request all the members know. ஸோ நம்ம சேமித்த பணம், நம்ம சம்பாதிச்ச பணம்லாம் அங்கங்கே விடாமல் எப்படி ப்ராப்பராக எங்கே பார்க் பண்ணலாம் சொல்லிட்டு அதை சொல்கிறதுக்காக நம்ம சார் வந்திருக்காரு. 20 minutes அவர் சொல்லுவார். 20 minutes நீங்கள் அட்டென்டிவாக இருக்கலாம். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் சார். ப்ளீஸ் கம் டு த டயர்ஸ். நம்மளோட பாஸ்ட் பிரசிடென்ட் ஷரத் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஜாய் ஆஃப் கிவிங்னு அவரோட பீரியட் ஒரு கான்செப்ட் எடுத்து வந்தார். அவர் இந்த இயர் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 24,000 வந்து ஃபார் பேர் இயர் கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் ஒன்று கொடுத்துருக்காரு. ஜாய் ஆஃப் கிவிங்கிறது கொடுத்து பார்த்தா தெரியும். அது ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கும் மனசுக்கு. நிறைய கொடுங்க. ரெண்டாவது அவங்க நம்ம கிளப்பிங் மெம்பர்ஸ் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மோர் தென் 50% மெம்பர்ஸ் வந்து டிஆர்எஃப்க்கு நிறைய கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ ஃபர்தர் எல்லா மெம்பர்ஸும் கான்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணிங்கன்னா நம்ம கிண்டியில் இன்னும் நிறைய நல்ல நல்ல ப்ராஜெக்ட் பண்ணலாம். ஸோ சொசைட்டிக்கு ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். அண்டு த இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் அனௌன்ஸ்மெண்ட், we are happy to announce that first time in the Rotary Club of Guindy, one member is chosen for the district chairmanship. உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும், அந்த டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் எவ்ரி இயர் நடக்கும். அது என்டையர் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்ட் வந்து ஒரு 3,000 to 4,000 பீப்புள் அதில் கலந்துப்பாங்க. 3 days ஃபங்க்ஷன். அதுக்கு வந்து சேர்மன் வந்து டிஸ்ட்ரிக்டில் வேறு யாராவது இருப்பாங்க, நம்ம போய் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ணுவோம். இந்த வருஷம் நம்ம கிளப்ல வந்து ஒரு மெம்பர் செலக்ட் ஆகிருக்காரு. இட் இஸ் நன் அதர் தென் அவர் கதிர்வேல் கணபதி அப்பா. And also our Neelakanta is selected as a DRF chairman. Satish and Isam Balaji is a core member. Next year வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் நம்ம கையில் தான் இருக்குது. தேங்க்யூ. I would like to share a few words.
Thank you, President, and thank you, RCG. It's all because RCG. Being a member for RCG the last several years, and I got this opportunity to do the big conference for our new district. And it's going to happen 2026 February plan பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். And they started the planning immediately start பண்ணியாச்சு. But still we yet to form the core committee இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். I will keep you posted. Of course, I taken this job because of the confidence in RCG. Definitely நம்ம ஆட்கள் நம்மளை கைவிட மாட்டாங்க அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு நம்பிக்கையில் தான் நான் எடுத்திருக்கேன். I need all your blessings and support for this big work.
Thank you, Trainer. May now invite Rtn Venkatesh to brief us about the projects.
The Rotary year is going to be done on 3rd of this month, 3rd of September, that is next Tuesday. So this is going to be a eye camp, courtesy our Rotarian Neelakantan. He is Mrs. Neelakantan's code. The institute is going to run this camp. The camp is all about testing this is going to be done in Featherlight IT Park, which is in the 200 feet radial road in Pallavaram. The targeted participants are IT professionals, because in Featherlight IT Park there are about 4,000 IT professionals working there. So we are targeting those people. And basically because of their continuous screen usage and their professional hazard, and they will be tested for refraction, and then if required they will be tested for dry eye test, and they will be given prescriptions, and there may be some assistance to get the right glasses prescribed also if it is required for anyone. So this kind of thing is going to happen on 3rd between 11 to 4. Okay, so we are expecting about a turnout of 100 to 200 beneficiaries in this camp. And courtesy our Rotarian friend Mr. Kandavel, we are getting that venue. Featherlight IT Park is a fairly big venue, and very good arrangements are available there. Good auditorium where we can seat the people. All that is available. And he has also agreed to sponsor the food and beverages and lunch for the team that is going to do this test there. So request all of you to be present in big numbers, and anybody who working in the IT Park can also be asked to come and take the test and benefit from that. Yeah, it's on 3rd September, which is Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, thank you.
So we're just 4 weeks away from our trip to Kenya. All of us are excited. We recently had a briefing session. It went on very well. Things are moving at a good pace. All the necessary arrangements have been made. Visa arrangements are being processed. Anybody wants to join the last moment, again, we can consider. Please personally speak to me on that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sriram. Now we invite our treasurer Amar to update the subscription status.
வணக்கம். Subscription பொறுத்தளவு we have received 55 subscriptions so far. So we are continuously following with our members. So those who are not paid, kindly pay your subscriptions immediately. Thank you.
Friends, good evening once again, and this is more on the business front of the Rotary. Recently, I had been to Colombia and US, where I had interactions with Rotarians, and I attended few of the club meetings in US, and I happened to meet one of the Rotarians from Singapore, with whom we were working earlier at Colombia. So Rotary Club of Singapore, we had visited in 2017 when we had gone for the international trip. And we had been trying to establish, we have contacts, we have been trying to do some grants, and it looks like it is materializing right now. The grants committee chair of that club is one of the oldest club. It's a 90 years plus old club, and they have 137 running grants. They are partnering across the globe currently. So that is 137 grants they are working. So the club has got 400 odd members, and it has a very large donor base. So they have advised us to, I sought them a grant for $1 lakh. So they said that for initial stage, they asked me to split it into 2 grants of $50,000 each. First they have asked us to apply for $50,000, in which they will try to provide $10,000 as DDF and $10,000 as cash, and rest of it we might have to manage. We will have to do it. So that's the grant is already started, and we are working on it. Once again, all these things are for the smart board project. E-Vidya or Gurukul, which we have already done 140 plus boards in these last 2 years. The next club whom I met in US was Rotary Club of Hamilton, Robbinsville. It's once again a 30-year-old club, and there happens to be a good friend of mine. She is Kalpana Patel. She is being nominated by her club. When the meeting when I went, she was being nominated as the governor of the district for 26-27. She's being nominated. She has to appear for the interview, and that's the process there. So they have also promised, they are yet to commit, they have promised. Meanwhile, our good friend Geeta Kadambi from Niles, Fremont, who has already become a district governor nominee, she will be the governor in 26-27, She has been kind enough to sanction immediately a global grant of the DDF of $30,000, which she is working to improve it to $60,000 DDF. So which she is working, but as of now, she has asked us to proceed with the grant rating for the $30,000 DDF, which once again become a $60,000-$70,000 grant with the matching and everything. So that is also once again being written. Most important good news is that we had approached the Japanese clubs, and while I was in the US, I got the good news from that the Japanese club, the board had earlier agreed to partner with us on 1,000 boats. I do not know what quantum they are going to sanction, but if it comes, I'm keeping my finger crossed, because they had asked multiple questions. They were asking, last time you had done only 100, why you want to do 1,000? So we are very eager, we want to do it. Now it has gone to the floor, and the floor has also cleared the proposal. But the quantum of DDF and the funds which they would be doing it, we will know it in another 15-20 days time. So we are waiting for it. If that comes, that would be another thing. So which we are talking about something like $200,000 of grant which we are planning. Let's hope and see that how it materializes. So it's equally important. I have briefed the president about it, and it's equally important that we also pitch in form of contributions. It's not that we should be receiving the foreign funds alone. We should also be equally contributing for that cause, and I earnestly request each and every one of the members to open up. Not to see when it comes to foundation as a DRFC, also I keep saying that it's not that you have to donate. You can lead by example, but activate your contacts. That's the most important thing. Talk about this success of the previous smart board project. We have Mahesh has made fantastic testimonial videos. Those videos can be circulated. I'll ask him to circulate it in the group. Secretary can help doing it, and use these videos as a marketing tool. Meaning a social cause marketing. Pitch it to your friends. Tell that I am part of this club. I am taking up this project. I want fund. I'm looking at it. That's how I raise funds. That's how I have been always getting $15,000-$20,000 always from my friends and family. It's easy. Each and every one of us does that. It's easy to match these Japanese clubs or anybody. So they will also feel that we are not just taking money from them. They should get a feeling that we are also adding funds to it. So that's the best part of it. Unfortunately, from this side, I am in a tight rope where I won't be able to sanction much of DDF because we are not left with much of DDF. Probably our club, I can just say that we have hardly $50,000 of DDF for the entire year. So it's nothing. It's a very small amount. Foundation share is here. So I was just talking about the three grants are in pipeline. Motish, where we are getting all funds, but we also need to progressive, and we have to contribute also. So let's do it not only from our members. We should activate our friends and families living abroad and our connects and ask them to contribute. So we will circulate the testimonial videos of the previous grants and other thing which we can use it and say that this is the cause which we are doing it. Fantastic videos have been made. That's with those videos only we pitched into the foreign club. And another important thing which I want to tell about, we are working on a CSR grant thanks to our Secretary Nandu. I think good progress has been made for a 100% subsidy company of a US company at Maraimalai Nagar. The entire briefing has been done. It has once again gone for the board approval. We do not know once again the quantum, but minimum $20,000 is what. Once again, another thing, CSR grants is the bus. You request each and every one of you to work or keep your eyes open. It's very simple. Anyone, it need not be a CSR. It need not be from a CSR. It can be from a company which doesn't even qualify for the mandatory CSR. They just need to have a heart. You need to go and approach them saying that, hey, look, we have a good project. Can you contribute? But if you do $20,000, we can do a large grant. You tell that we will also add another $5,000, $6,000 and we will make it a large grant. Projects are available, smart board is available, equipment for the children hospital is available. There are multiple requirements. There is no dearth of projects this year. We have multiple solar panels for schools can be given. We have all success stories are available with us. Our club has done numerous projects, so we can make use of it, and all those success stories can be done. And adding to it, we would be inaugurating the previous global grants, the Japanese global grants final set of 19 boats, 9 at Ramakrishna Math school at T Nagar, where we had given earlier, and 10 at Sharda Vidyalaya School at T Nagar. Mostly the dates can be finalized with the President's convenience, and we will be inaugurating and we will be closing that grant also. So the total value of this grant is $100,000 total value what we have implemented, and all funded by our club members and Japanese club. This is what has been. So we are on right track, and with this excellent delivery which we have done it, it should be easy for us to source funds further. It's all in our hands. Each and every member, whomever business people we are talking about, kindly solicit for the CSR funds. $20,000 is not a huge. 18 lakhs for any corporate for a thing, they get back their money, they get an ATG, they get, more importantly, they get the name as a CSR thing, they are doing it. So definitely they will be happy to do it. Schools, everything we have identified. They don't have to do the due diligence. Everything has been done by us. They just have to do it. And the best part about this Gurukul project or the E-Vidya project is that it can be implemented just within 15-20 days once the funds are ready. So that's the best part. Thank you so much.
May I now invite our foundation chair Motish to brief us about the PHF status.
Oh, actually, for the benefit of new members, what is PHF? It's a Polaris Fellow, which is been given by Rotary Foundation when we contribute $1,000 US dollars to the Rotary Foundation. In turn, the Rotary Foundation, through like the global grants or projects which we talk about, they will fund us if we identify a project and submit the report. Rotary Foundation will fund us with that money. And the best part of the Rotary Foundation is 96 to 80% of collection amount goes towards the exact project. Remaining 2 to 4% will be goes towards admin actually. So I just know we have a lot of new members yet to become a PHF actually. So I will just call one-on-one to motivate them and to become a PHF fellows. In short, you can expect calls from me. Thank you. And we already had around $40,000 of commitment from our members on our president's installation. We are working to mark these funds to the global grants projects, which is one is in government hospital. We are working for these equipments. So once the global grant project is submitted, we will mark that funds to that project. So we'll start collecting funds. And also we request, I just request help of President to start raising funds for the polio funds also. We have event in October, polio day will be there. So we will have to raise the funds for the foundation for polio also. I just keep calling everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Motish. Now it's time for us to think about our wallets and bank accounts. So now may I invite Rtn Manju to introduce the speaker for the day.
Okay, how many of you want to be wealthy? All of us, right? I think it's very easy to earn money, but managing money is a different volume altogether. And we are in the right room if we want to start managing our wealth better. I'm really honored to introduce Mr. Chokkalingam Palaniappan as the guest speaker to our club today. He's a wealth management expert. He has over 21 years of experience in investment and management consulting. Mr. Palaniappan brings a wealth of knowledge in asset valuation, risk management, performance improvement, and company restructuring. His expertise spans financial planning, business strategy, and advising on investments in stocks and mutual funds, catering to both domestic and NRI investors. He is also a prolific writer. He regularly contributes to Nanayam Vigadan and the Tamil edition of Hindu Daily. He is also a familiar voice on Sun News TV and various FM channels, where he shares his insights on financial matters. And today here he is to help us manage our wealth better. Over to you, sir.
20 minutes in Jemima Jaya Chennai. So I don't know if I can stop at 20 minutes. Otherwise, I will share some slides and then we can go in the Q&A format. That is the way. Just a brief about our company. Prakla Wealth was founded in the year 2006 when I returned from US. So today we manage more than 1,000 crores in mutual funds alone. And then other items also we do. We take care of individuals need complete wealth management, individual and corporates. So other products, PMS bonds, whatever is needed for a person. So before getting into investments, I would like to highlight these 3 points here. Mainly be adequately insured. Most of the people in this room would be adequately insured for your health. So nowadays health insurance goes up to 50 lakhs, 75 lakhs, 1 crore. people take a lot of policies, so that they can get treated overseas also. So it's a must for everyone. Most of you might have, if not, take one, depending on your, purse. Probably your family of 4, maybe 20-25 lakhs should be enough at this point of time. Then term life insurance, which is pure risk cover, similar to car insurance. Take that, anywhere between 20 to 30 times of your annual salary or annual income, so to say, generally. So if a person's income is like 10 lakhs, at least 2 to 3 crore, he should have as life cover, term insurance cover. There is most of you might have been sold, endowment policies, money back policies, all those things, but they are not one of the best products available for investors because they are neither an insurance product nor a savings product or an investment product. So it's mixed everything. So probably the insurance company benefits more, the person who sells it benefits more. In general, I'm talking. So sorry if there is someone who is selling in this room. There is a thing. So there is term life cover, and then of course general insurance. Most of us Indians do not take a cover for your home. Of course, we do take for car because it is mandatory. But home is one of the, I would say, major asset for any individual. Now, today, people are buying for 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crore, 10 crore, whatever. So you must have insurance because people might have realized after this 2018 floods. The other day, last week, when I was in Shillong, I saw in TV, Rajasthan getting flooded. There is a huge flood in Rajasthan. So anywhere floods can come and our property can get damaged. So it comes at a very throwaway price, property insurance, and any other assets that you might have in the industry or all those things. So these are, even wealth protection is more important than wealth creation. First, you have to protect your wealth properly so that you do not lose that wealth, whatever you have. Most of the time, if you see people, normal middle class people, they keep on saving money. All of a sudden, they may not have health insurance. So all of a sudden, someone in the house will get sick. So the money that was meant for a marriage purpose or an education purpose will get utilized for hospitalization purpose. So that's why I say, wealth protection is more important than, creating wealth.
So savings is what you have additionally apart from your expenses, and investment is something to make it grow.
Yeah, the later part is correct. Investment is that you want to grow, taking risk. It could be an investment in a plot, in a house, in gold, in shares, in mutual funds, anything. Wherever you are taking risk, wherever the return is not guaranteed, that is investment. And investments usually is done for longer term. At least I would say more than 5 years. So when you buy a plot, you have to hold it for 5 years, 10 years to get a decent appreciation until and unless you are lucky. Same case with gold, same case with mutual funds, equity, anything. Whereas savings is for your short-term needs. In the next 1 year, you have to pay your college education, kids' college education, or marriage of your daughter or son is coming, or you are planning an overseas trip. All those things, there you cannot take risk. So you put it into your savings account or into your liquid fund or in a short duration fund or into FD. So it's kind of 99 or 100% guaranteed your savings. So you will get back definitely whenever you want. So that is the, whenever investment always comes, any investment always comes with risk. So why do we want to invest? All of us can save, because it is guaranteed. We want to invest because to fight the inflation. Today, if we are spending 30,000 rupees per month, after 30 years when we retire, a 30-year-old person today is spending, let us assume, family expenses of 30,000. When he or she retires, they will need around 1,72,000 at an inflation rate of 6%. Average between 5 to 6, for the last 20 years, 25 years, average inflation, if you take in India, it's about 6%. So in that basis, so if you start saving, probably you will get hardly 6-7%. Or if you keep it in your savings bank account, all the larger banks are giving 2.75%. So you are degrowing your money. If you keep in savings bank account, you are degrowing. Today, worth today the amount, if you have 1,72,000, it becomes automatically somewhere 15,000 in 30 years. Just the value of the money I'm talking. Compounding effect increases with interest rates. Just I have put here SB account, I have taken 3.5%, FD 7%, PPF 8%. Now it has gone down, but anyway, mutual funds 12%, very conservatively I have taken. If you see the 30 years compounding in SB account, 1 lakh becomes 2.8 lakhs after 30 years. In FD, it becomes 7.61 lakhs. In PF, 10.06 lakhs. There, it's around 25 lakhs, at least 25, 26 times. This is a conservative estimate. And most of the time, one of the things is, goal-based investment works best for most of the, middle class, upper middle class people. You invest with a purpose. It could be your kids' education, kids' welfare, kids' marriage, your retirement, or even to give for a social cause.
Yes, sir.
People they are taking the opposite view at 45, 50, I want to retire and start doing something. So they are saving. I have people, investors, who are just saving to do social activities post their VRS. They are allocating 10% of their income. 10% of their monthly income they are allocating towards that purpose, and we allocate a separate fund and we tag it separately for social purpose.
Can you tag us?
So that's all, and most of the people save for goals, and very few save or invest or allocate money for a different purpose. George Soros for changing the society, Mother Teresa, Bill Gates for AIDS, a lot of those things, as you guys are doing. All the Rotary Club, all Rotarians are doing a great job in that front. So this is the slide I want you to look very, this is just to activate you. Someone called here, we're talking that you have to activate the people. So I want to activate you with this slide. So I have randomly picked funds. I have given you the start date, inception date of those funds, age of the fund, and value, today's value of 1 lakh investment. And then the compounded annualized growth return, compounded return. First fund, UTI Small Cap Fund, started in 2020, not even completed 4 years. 1 lakh invested is 2.63 lakhs. Annualized return is 30%. Bandhan Small Cap, again started 4.5 years ago. 1 lakh invested 4.68 lakhs. Mirai Mid Cap, 1 lakh invested 3.68. PGM Mid Cap, 1 lakh invested 6.43, 10 years ago. Large Cap Fund, Mirai Large Cap Fund, 1 lakh invested is 11 lakhs, 16 years ago. Bandhan Flexi Cap, 1 lakh invested 21 lakhs. ICC Pro Multi Asset, 1 lakh 21 years ago. 1 lakh invested is 70,000. Birla Frontline, HDFC ELSS, this is one of those exceptions. 1 lakh invested is 4.48 crores. HDFC Top 100, 1 lakh invested is 1.43 crores. Nippon Growth Fund, this is the fund that I was talking to you. Invested in 1995, about 28, 29 years old. 1 lakh invested is 3.98 lakhs, 98 crores, about 400 times. 1 lakh invested has appreciated by 400 times, only for those people who did not take out the money. Franklin Blue Chip Fund, 1 lakh invested is 2.42 crores. So now, you may have an average 23.31%. But I'm not saying that you will get that percent in the future. We will go with question and answers.
Sir, is it better to invest in mutual funds, or they say that now directly invest in the Nifty? It's also multiplying rapidly. That's what you are saying. Nifty directly at the index.
So actively managed funds have delivered much higher returns than the index. If you want to be a conservative person in equity, go with index. If you want more returns, you say in the last 20 years, let me put it, last 20, 30 years, let me give you numbers. Last 20, 30 years, if you only had invested in index, you might have earned 14% per year on a CAGR basis, compounded annualized basis. But if you had invested in any index fund, you might have gotten more than 18-19% per year. Sorry, any active funds, actively managed funds. So there is a huge gap of 4-5% easily which can be given. And now all the time our YouTubers or people who write articles, we always look upon America for anything. So if something is famous in America, then America is a saturated market. There the active fund managers, they cannot beat the index. It is very difficult to beat the index. But in a country like India, emerging market like India, active managers can very well beat, and they have beaten in the last 20-30 years, in the last 5 years, in the last 3 years. Any period you take, they have beaten the benchmark handsomely.
My question is for super senior citizens, right? Like my father is about 87 years old. No? Last 7 or 8 years, I think he still gets some income, and what he does is he's always putting it into FD. And probably that makes sense also because we want to make it and keep it as liquid as possible, right? But what is your suggestion in terms of for people like that? Because the life expectancy has increased and you never know, no? A lot of people live 95, 100 also, right? So at what point do we need to stop investing in mutual funds and then just keep it only in FD or something like that?
Upper middle class money is not an issue in generally for eating, for the food, day-to-day expenses. Upper middle class, it's not at all a problem. So they can afford to take risk, the part or the portion of the money which they don't need. So even we have customers 70 years old, 80 years old with 80-90% equity, because they have some rent coming for the day-to-day living expenses, or some FD we allocate for the day-to-day expenses. So in case of super senior citizens, the portion that they don't need immediately, or the money that they want to pass on to the next generation, they can very well invest in mutual funds, because they are not going to take out money. And one of the beautiful thing about mutual fund is you are not taxed until you withdraw, whereas unlike FD, in FD you might have a cumulative deposit, you are not withdrawing any interest, still you will be taxed at your tax bracket. Here the tax rate is only 12.5. Earlier it was, until 2018 it was 0. From 2018 they introduced 10%. From this year onwards, on profit you have to pay 12.5%. That's it. And that too when you take out. So even a person like Trump, he doesn't take out money because he has to pay tax. That's what he was targeted in his earlier election campaigns and all. Because he is not, So most of the super rich, if you see, they don't invest in products where they have to pay tax. They invest in products where they need not pay tax until they need. Because that portion that you otherwise might have paid as tax is also earning money for you. Because that you are not taken out. So that 30% government's portion is there. That is also earning interest, income for you. So rather than going by age, probably we may go by needs. That is a unique situation which was not foreseen. Say people were pouring money knowingly that they will get higher returns. Okay, in fact in India, ultra short fund, that fund was run in that way. Subsequently, regulator corrected it. So they were loaning to companies which are of AA rated and single A rated. Okay, where you can get high yield. For 10-15 years, people got very good returns. No one spoke about it. Then finally, when COVID came, these bonds were not trading. They were not able to sell. But then the fund house decided, for the sake of retail investors, all the HNIs were withdrawing money. Retail investors were getting affected. So fund house decided, I want to be fair for everyone. So let me stop redemption of everything for everyone. Automatically, then that's where the problem came. Subsequently, court also intervened, and nowadays that rule has been changed. So emerging markets, yes, you will have some issues like this one and all, but immediately it gets corrected. That is the main thing. Immediately now people have to get the trustees have to obtain the approval of all unit holders before closing and winding up a scheme. So things have changed now in general. So,
Thank you very much, sir. Let's take other questions of the meeting. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So now we invite Rtn to be here. We'll just have a small memento. secretary announcement, 28th of August to 4th of September. So we have Annette Uma Bharati, Annette of Rotary Kandavel, celebrating a birthday on 28th, and Ajay Aditya, Annette of Rotary Kandan Vasudevan on 30th of August. And birthdays of Anns, we have Harita, Ann of Rotarian Dr. Deepchand on 1st of September. And please do convey our wishes to her. And birthdays of Rotarians, we have Rotarian Vijayanand on 30th of August. And Rotarian Naresh Advani on 30th of August. Rotarian Riaz on 4th of September. Anniversaries, we have Rotarian Ramesh Babu and Ann Rajeshwari on 29th of August. Rotarian Sridhar V and Ann Akila on 30th of August. And Rotarian Ramanathan and Ann Sivagami on 3rd of September. And other information, we have members to register for district Onam celebration, as what President said in the welcome address, to be held on 1st of September at Mark Gregorius College, Mogappair. And our next meeting will be on Wednesday, the 4th September at the same venue. Thank you very much.
In the birthday and anniversaries, we are doing regularly Annadhanam. So any amount you can contribute.
It's my immense pleasure to render this note of appreciation for this wonderful event. There is a popular saying, if you are fortunate than others, build a longer table, not a taller fence. And I feel proud that RCG is constantly extending its table to notable personalities from varied walks of life. Thank you, Ann Lakshmi Sriraman for the four-way test and a beautiful thought in one sentence centered by Rtn Sriraman. I convey my loads of appreciation to our esteemed speaker of this session, Mr. Chokkalingam Palaniappan, for providing insight in wealth management. And I can understand that wealth protection is more important than generating wealth. திருக்குறள் முன்னாடியே சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, இயற்றலும் ஈட்டலும் காத்தலும் காத்த வகுத்தலும் வல்லது அரசு அப்படின்னு. I convey my special thanks to our President, Secretary and the Director of Club Service, Jemima Ma'am, for organizing this event. I thank all of you for your esteemed presence, for being part of this knowledge sharing session. Thank you.